Well, good morning. Of course, the Black Friday event continues here at the craft store with the one-day special, the one-day special from Pink Frog Crafts that was launched at 6 p.m. last night, and already sellouts have happened. So make sure that you check out your baskets as soon as you make your decisions. There's quite a lot of things that are very, very vulnerable, so make sure to shop ahead and check out your baskets. But of course, Pink Frog Crafts means here one thing, and is that amazing demonstration and a great, amazing kind of inspirations. But what an amazing lady. Now, of course, we are talking about Hazel. Hazel Eaton, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You?
I'm very well. Always excited about doing shows, not only with you, but the amazing products from Pink Frog Crafts, because to me are the foundation of paper crafting.
Absolutely they are, yeah, and it's nice to get all the different thicknesses and textures for your construction or your card folding or your techniques, and I think we've covered that brilliantly with this one-day special. There's so many things that you can do, and we've only just scratched the surface.
Absolutely, and this is the thing, it's kind of, when you invest in cards, you are investing in a lot of possibilities. Now, I need to mention that the one-day special, when it launched, it had two different options. One of them now has sold out, so it's gone, completely gone. You still have got one of the options left in there, which you can see there. Now, can you talk us through about, well, what are we getting, why so good this size, and also the unscored card? Okay,
so we give you unscored card because then you've got, it's versatile and you can score it to what you want, your needs. So in this set, it's size 15 by 42, which will, when it's folded, will go into a C5 envelope or a 6 by 6 envelope. And the first one that you've got is your, which one have you got there? Yeah, so that's Misty Grey. And that is a 260 GSM, and there's 25 of those. Okay. So there's 100 altogether in the set, 4 colours, 25 of each.
Right, so let's have a look. And this one, is it a slate? No, sorry, that's
Misty.
Misty Grey.
Misty Grey. It's a 260 GSM.
So you can see it there. Then we have in here...
That one is the Shimmer. So that's a 350 GSM. So it's a real good sturdy card. It's got that lovely iridescent pearlescent. Oh, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
It's got that lovely shine to it.
It kind of is a coolish, purplish blue. I mean, obviously, it still is kind of a cream of white sort of colour. But
it takes inks beautifully and it scores beautifully, so brilliant for your frames, your cards. This one is the Chocolate Duo. Now, this is a matte on one side and it's got a pearlescent on the other. And it's a 400 GSM. Wow. So when you come to making your frames, and they are just so solid. It's a gorgeous card.
And I love the sophisticated, super soft, pearlescent nature. And then, of course, that is matte. You can see that is absolutely matte. And then the final one, which is this is for me my essential.
Yeah, it's ice crystal. It's a matte finish, so it will take all your water, your inks, your Brishos, your alcohol markers. All of those will go onto there. Kind of like your super smooth, but it's not quite as smooth. Yeah. It reacts quite the same.
Absolutely. Now, of course, this one is it 200 and
250?
250.
Yeah.
So therefore, you are getting a construction weight cardstock here. So do we get instructions on how to fold?
Yeah, so you'll get a sheet that gives you 10 different card fold instructions, but we'll also give you a sheet with some frame instructions and how to create and construct your frames. I'll go through those folds with you in a moment. I'll show you each one physically because we did score them out on the 6 p.m. show last night, but it's nice to physically see them and know the names. And visual is, it works
indeed.
well.
Now, of course, 100 sheets in total with a massive saving of £16. I mean, it is a 40% off. Remember, we are celebrating Black Friday here at the craft store. So to grab it, you need to check out your baskets. Remember, the other options sold out last night. 40% of the stock of the remaining option is left. But, however, we had lots more of these ones. So if you want it, please make sure to check out your baskets already nearly 40% of the stock has gone for this one. 788947 is your item number for the one-day special.
It is also important to point out that this is warehouse clearance, so once it's gone, it's gone. We cannot get it back.
That is a very important point, and of course you are going to be able to see, create things, beautiful cards like this with those folds as well that you can see.
And look how it embosses though as well, and then you've got the addition of the glitter card on there. It all just goes so well.
And we have got some.
This is lovely as well, isn't it?
mirror card as well, so you can see.
I must thank the design girls. There's Katie and Heather and Cheryl, and who did I just say?
Oh,
Heather.
Hello.
Claire.
Claire, of
and
course.
Anita.
Anita. Oh, sorry. I'm like, I'm blank in there.
sorry.
But you can see the gorgeous shimmer in there. Make sure to check out your baskets. Remember, once it's gone, they're gone. This is Black Friday here at the craft store. Make sure to check out your baskets. 788947 is the item number for the 15 by 42 set bundle of a scorecard. I love the way that you can mix and match, those scoring lines as well. Now, we have got another item for you that is incredibly busy. This one is 50% off the price. Actually better than half price because it's, by 1 penny. Now, this is a different size, 20 centimeters by 40 centimeters.
Yeah, so this is equivalent to sort of like your 8 by 8. But because it's unscored, it allows you to make pizza boxes, pocket fold cards, Z fold, all of those. You're going to get the instructions for 10 folds, I think it is on there, and we'll also give you the frame instructions too. Now, this is the first time you would ever have seen the chocolate duo in a 20 by 40, and the last time. I know that there's not a lot of stock left, and I know that when it's gone, it's gone. So. The new greys, they're both stunning, misty and slate grey. So the one that you've got, that one is misty grey.
Misty grey, which is the warmer one.
Yeah, and then the slate grey, it's almost got a little bit of a bluey tone on the screen, but they just work beautifully with the techniques I was doing last night.
And what I love about is that, that kind of colours in here
they
together.
All go
they
together.
Work so well. For, I was thinking vintagey elements as well, kind of, but,
Adam nicked the chocolate.
Oh, you lucky boy. Lucky boy.
There is another one. There's another one there, look.
Yeah. Is that for me?
Yeah, that's for
that
you.
would be the one. But I really love that because it showcases that you can put gold with the grey and it still works really beautifully as well. I have to say, this is stunning because you can do techniques onto this card.
It is just, it blew me away, absolutely. I can't put the technique down now.
Yeah, and remember, once they're gone, they're gone. They are limited stock now. If you want them, please make sure to check out your baskets. Now, it's very likely to go now. If you want it, please make sure to check out your baskets. These are some of the folds that you could be making with this particular size. So please make sure to check out your basket. I love this.
So that's a brilliant little pocket fold. It could be a wedding invite, it could be party, whatever you want it to be. And I love that. Honestly, I love making the flip flaps. And
this is just great.
So that's one sheet of 20 by 40. I've cut it in half and then created the double flip flap.
Yeah.
But
and
that one, that's 2.
That's 2.
Yeah. And then obviously, well, it'll be 3 because you've got the bit in the middle to make the mechanisms. But quick and easy and simple. It's amazing.
You know what I really want to do it here?
Go on, then.
It's like kind of put pictures, the serious pictures of the family to send for Christmas.
And then the ones where they're pulling funny
faces. And they're like, that sort of thing. I love those ones. I think it's a perfect. Now, please make sure to check out your baskets. This is about to go. We have got now single figures. And remember, if you want them, you need to check out your baskets. There is no more extra stock. If you want them, need to check out right now, otherwise you might miss out, and then there will be no more of that. You have it at half price, or better than half price by 1 penny, because you are saving £12 and just paying £11.99. It is gonna go. If you want it, please make sure, less than a handful now. So if you want yours, please make sure to check out your baskets. Remember, it has now technically gone. If you have it in your baskets and you check out, you will get it, otherwise you will miss out. Please check out your baskets. Remember, once there's gone, it's gone. Right. Right, moving on to something else that I love because it's kind of this kind of very sophisticated glitter card. But again, look at that saving. It's incredible saving. 60% off the sticker. You are saving £21. You're paying £10.99 for 40 A4 glitter. Now, I know there is something that you want to talk about at this glitter card.
So with the glitter card, it goes through a 4-print process.
Yes.
So this is right at the very beginning. Once that printer starts, it goes through a process of building up a colour to get to your desired colour. This beautiful array that you've got here is those in-between bits. So everybody who orders will be getting a unique pack to them because each shade is slightly different. But you will be getting reds, you will be getting golds, you will be getting that orangey tone, you will be getting the gorgeous frosty white, which of course you can ink onto and do lots of other techniques. You can die cut it. It's great for your matting and layering. It's just, and it goes so well with the chocolate and the grey. You've got a real good choice.
I love the idea that basically they are unique, not shades, they are unique hues of colors because then, therefore, it means that we are going to have different reds. We are going to get different golds in there, different browns or greys, and that means that you will have the right shade there for your projects. Now, if you want yours, £10.99 for 40 of them. Remember that they are bargain prices, of course, Black Friday event here at the craft store. You can check out your baskets now and you will get them. 323828 is your item number. A third of the stock has gone. Remember, this is a kind of a warehouse clearance from Pink Frog Crafts. You are getting top quality, but of course you are getting amazing prices. And to get them, you need to check out your baskets. We have got another bundle of the glitter card, but this is more like paper, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And again, you can do all the same techniques. And even though it's a paper, it embosses absolutely beautiful. And you can put your stays-on pad over there, but it just works so well. Again, you can heat emboss it, you can die cut it. It's, a staple.
You know what I was thinking about, especially the paper. I don't see that often, glitter paper.
No, and do you know what as well? If you're posting cards and you want to keep the weight down, you want to keep the thickness down, paper is perfect for that. We say paper, it's 170 GSM.
I mean, it says on the thicker, almost cardstock, but so for me, it's like, if you are going to be die cutting, this is the one that I would reach time and time again because definitely. I know that. But also what I love is I'm thinking if you want to line a box or if you want to make like that envelope.
Just even, a bit more durable.
Exactly.
But it still scores and folds beautifully.
Absolutely. And I do love the idea of having this glitter so you can color it in because you have got the silver there that you can add some color. But you can look at that. I mean, it has got some, and not share.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it? It's if you stare at that, it is quite mesmerising.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I actually love that glitter. It's just very I wouldn't say subtle is the word, but it's just kind of, it doesn't have the grit of proper glitter, but it has got that sort of fine glitter. I don't know, it's just difficult to explain how I really love it. And also, it's very classy, as our Ross is saying. Yeah. By the way, I call Ross Rossa in my it kind of comes in like Ross and so as our Rossa says, it's very classy. 978308 is your item number. If you're wondering who Rossa is the producer. He's in the gallery. 9.99 is your price. Amazing saving, £14, better than 50% actually, because the sticker should be something else because it's £40 saving. So probably better than 60%. I don't know. Don't ask my maths. It's better. Over 50. Anyway, moving on to something that to me is an essential for crafting. And I don't use it for every project, but it's one of those ones that seriously I get palpitations if I run out of gold mirror cards.
This one is slightly different though.
Yeah.
Because I call this more of an antique gold.
Yes.
And because you've got it in the A5 and the A6, it's a perfect matte and layer pack.
Yes, it is. And also I'm thinking like here you have got something which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Having it the A6 ready cut, embossing it with an embossing folder. Just
a
put
little
a ribbon,
you've done.
Christmas. Yeah. And also look, we always say, you and I, that we love to have pre-cut smaller slices because it's so much easier. Especially if you are going to die cut it. You don't want to use an A4
you haven't got to get your
machine.
trimmer out, you haven't got to chop it down, it's just there.
It's so much easier. And I also find that with embossing, especially embossing folders, smaller pieces of card work better.
Yes, always. I like it to be within the folder because then you don't get that crease down the side.
Yeah,
especially if it's a 3D one, you do get that more with 3D folders.
So if you want, I mean, you are getting 40 A5 and 80 A6 seats there. 320 GSM, so perfect for boxes and bags as well. If you wanted to do like little little elements in here as well, or matting and layer as well, you could still use it. Or blank cards with the gold, you can do that. Look at that saving, £14 off, £9.99 is your price. So you are gonna get in total 120 pieces of this beautiful mirror card with that antique sort of, I would say, a warm gold. 351978 is your item number. Now, if you prefer silver, we have got the silver, but this is a silver. It's one of those silvers that is, I have to say, I don't know, it's different. It's
Adam called it the mirror, I can't even say it, the mirroriest mirror board ever. And it is true. It's. I actually asked Andrew what H meant last night because I said it was holla holla.
That's not gonna,
but he just said it's just called H because of the high quality. So
I'm gonna try to find Ben. Why? There it is. Ben. Yeah, that's our Ben. One of the loveliest human beings that you will ever see in the and of course Taz and Ross as well. They are as well. Anyway,
don't leave anyone out, And
hey, obviously, Hazel, everybody knows you. Everybody knows that you are amazing and an amazing human being. Now, of course, that is incredible. The Silver Mary H card, 260 GSM. You are getting 40 A40. This is like I would say it's like chrome.
Definitely,
it's that sort of, oh, I love it. And think about also the alcohol inks would work in here. Think about your alcohol markers to create those mottled effects as well. Really, really do love that. How much? 3/4 of the stock has gone. Remember, if you want it, you have got a £14 saving. £9.99 is your price. It says 50% off, but it's way more than 50% off. 100526 is your item number. Remember, if you want something, please check out your baskets. Once they are gone, they are gone. And the only way to not miss out is to check out your baskets. And then we have got another fundamental, staple. If you like flower making with paper, if you like to create inserts and print them out, if you want to that touch of luxury, this is the ice gold paper, not card, paper, 120 GSM, perfect to print those inserts. Now, Hazel, could we print with this paper onto an inkjet printer or laser?
Absolutely, it prints wonderfully. Great for your inserts, like you've said there. You can also put your sprays on there and the pearlescent will shine through.
And that's what an amazing thing. And of course, for shaping, paper gives us that kind of moldability.
Making your flowers, it just works lovely. And then obviously when you get the bends, the shine is incredible.
Absolutely. Well, that saving is incredible. I think is, you can see 60% off, £24 saving. You are just paying £14.99. 072428, you are getting 300 of the A4. And remember, there's lots. If you like iris folding as well, this could be it, and you could color it as well. Now, you will find it on the website. Of course, our website is thecraftstore.com. You will find them alongside with other massive savings. Now, be very, very quick to check out your baskets, because once the things have sold out, the bundles have sold out, that is it. Now, we also have got a while stocks last, because remember that 2540 bundle had sold out. Now we have got that on the the pearlescent option, which is, I believe, ice grey and a slate.
You've got misty grey
and
slate grey. You are absolutely loving the grey, and I know why, because the techniques you can do are brilliant. So this pack, again, is, great.
So slate grey and misty grey. Yeah, I kind of get confused with the ice, which was the white one. Right, $11.99 for 40 of those, and remember it's the same size, $490,120. And remember, everything is while stocks last. If you want it, there's only one way. Check out and take advantage of these incredibly low prices, celebrating a Black Friday event here at the craft store. Right, that is the products. But Hazel. Right, what would you like to show us?
So I'm going to go through and show you the folds first, and then we're going to go on to some techniques and then some scoring and playing, basically. So these were all scored out on the 6 o'clock show, but it was just going through the sheet that you get free and scoring out physically so that you could see it. This one is the easel with no mat.
Yeah.
Then you've got your trifold. And I've scored them on all of the different weights. So this is ice crystal. This one is your pocket fold on the shimmer card.
Yeah.
That's a 350 GSM. I'll try and keep them flat because they'll pop up. Now, the inverted stepper, always a lovely card to make. That's on the 400 GSM card. And then you've got your side gate fold. So you can have it either way round, whatever suits. Stick that one under my arm as well. You've got the double gate fold, that one's from your misty grey. Then you have got a half fold, and then you can make that into the pop out.
I love that. That's one of my favourites.
And this can then be transformed into, in that pile there, that one. If you open that out, so we're giving the instructions to do a pop-out, but you can take it further.
I'll put it like this so you can see the mechanism.
There is so many different options just with this particular one. You can cut one side, both sides, and that's on the chocolate duo with the ice crystal that's got all of the inking and stamping on.
Yeah, and I was thinking as well, to put it in an envelope, C5 will fit.
Absolutely, C5 or your 6x6, and these will all fit in there.
Yeah, because of course that would be this way of kind of final shape, and C5, and this one on a 6x6.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect.
So the last two on the sheet are your Z fold. Again, this can be used in so many different ways. You can make it into an easel. You can add bits on it. It's just the bones, if that makes sense. And then you've got, last but not least, your gate fold. So that's your first 10 folds that you get. And then you get your frames, which if I just pull one in so that you can see.
How many frames in total?
Oh, I couldn't put a number on it, but on that sheet there's instructions to make about 20 different sized frames. Obviously, you're limited for where you cut the card off. So you can make it thousands and thousands.
Yeah. And I love that you have put as well a kind of
a visual, because visual is believing.
Yeah. And can I say another thing?
Yeah.
So I'm a very lazy crafter, right?
Yeah.
And quick and easy, that sort of thing. And I remember it's like kind of frames. I always love them. And I was saying, but you know, I just don't have the time or energy. And one day I had to make one. It's so quick.
I know. I so often get messages. People, they've got something made, and this is what I wanted to try and get across over the hours. They've got a project and they want to frame it, but they don't know how to work it out. Yeah. And it is so simple. Once you've chosen, so say we bring this one. Yeah. Once you've chosen the width and the depth, so I know that this is 5 centimetres here. So you would, and I wanted it to go on a 20 by 20 card. Exactly. I always have to add a centimetre on for my tab. So that means I've got to cut my card to 21 centimetres, but I know that I will have 10 centimetres square left in the middle. So once you know it, it doesn't leave you.
And the top tip I would say, I think I learned it from you, is like when you are experimenting, if you are brave and you like to experiment, you know, just write down the instructions. Yeah. And then, not the instructions, sorry, the measurements, your specific measurements for a project. Because, for instance, I have one that I wanted to do deeper but thinner or something like that.
And this is the thing, these two here are actually the same size frame but flipped. So this one is your thin, but you've got the 5 centimetres going backwards, and that one's your 5 centimetres with your 2 centimetres. So it's exactly the same, but you just got to remember, and your brain will just go, that one.
Yeah.
And I
it's
do it
actually so much easier than it, like we verbalize it and it sounds much more complicated. It's so much simpler once you're there. Right. So
Okay, so I know we've just got that slate grey one back, so I just want to do a fold on the 20 by 40.
That would be great. That is using, of course, the wild stocks glass with the 20 by 40. That you are getting the slate grey and the misty grey, 20 sheets of each color for just $11.99. You know, better than half price a show, and you can see it there, right? And you can see the slight different. One is more warm, which is, of course, the misty grey, and then the slate grey is more of a neutral grey.
That's it. Yeah. I just love the tones, the pearlized in there. It just gives it works really well with the glitter card. So one is slightly heavier than the other. So this one is your 300 GSM, and the misty, so slate is 300, your misty is 250. So I'm going to score on the 300 one. It's 40 centimetres. I'm just going to divide that into 4 equal sections. Now this one is not on the instruction sheet. This is an additional extra.
Yeah.
So we're just going at 10, 20 and 30, but I've spun it round so that I can quite easily do that. And then I want 2 additional lines, one at 15 and one at 25.
By the way, very busy for this wild stocks last of the Anna's code of 20 by 40. 20% of the stock has already gone. If you want yours, you know what to do.
Okay, so I've just folded that in half now, and I'm going to go across the top. I'm going to score through both pieces. I'm just going to press hard. So I've got 5 centimetres there, and I'm going to go on the 15, and I'm centralising it. So now I know that I need a 2.5 gap, so that would be 12.5. And just mark it to make sure so that you can visually see it. And then a little trick for this, roughly got that marked in place. If you open it out, this then, you can go the channel all the way up, look. And then it's perfect. Okay, so we can just move that to one side. And what I'll do, I'll try it on the trimmer. I'm sure it will be fine. So keep it folded in half, and then bring your score line level with your cut line and just go through. I'm going to do a couple of, that's gone through both. So I can quite clearly see my cut line, score line, sorry. And then, so this is 1 sheet of card to make this, but then you'd need 1 sheet of card to do the mats and layers. And then I do like to back it. So while I've got this, I'm going to cut this down in half, and I'm just going to cut that at 20 centimetres. And I'm going to do a half fold on it.
Sorry to interrupt, Hazel.
Okay.
We have got some news on this amazing mirror silver. It is now limited stock. If you want it, make sure to check out your baskets. Remember, when it's gone, it's gone. And this is the merriest mirror, merriest mirror of them all. So if you want it, 260 GSM, so construction weight as well. Back to you, Hazel.
Okay, so back to our main piece. I've got this piece scored in half, and I'll show you what that's for. So flip it over, and we're just going to go over them fold lines. I like to go all one way first, and then fold these in. So like this, so it gives you like a concertina, like so. And then simply pop that bit and that bit back. And that gives you...
That's amazing.
So then the reason I've got this bit, what I would do, and I did pre-cut them. I'm not going to stick them on. I'll bring one up that I've already made. But going from another sheet, you can cut your mat and layers, and whatever card you've got.
I've got a crazy idea. I don't know if it will work, but you know that if we put acetate and then flowers coming up, so in one of the tabs, not
so
all
long
of them.
as it was fold flat, absolutely amazing, yeah. So I'm going to take them mat and layers off, and I'm going to show you then if we
by the way,
pop this behind,
and then
if
you
I
have
turn that round for you.
That's so
do you see? It just gives it a bit more stability. And if I bring in the one that is double coloured, just so that you can see, look, there's that, and then put your back in behind.
That is, I love that. This is what I was thinking.
It's a fun fold.
It's fun.
Yeah.
This looks like almost like you know, that's illusion cubes as well, kind of that element. And I think for for children, for teenagers, for grown-ups,
you can do that on any of these. You can do it on your 15 by 42s, on your 15 by 30s. It's just, I like symmetry, so I look at it first, and these are 5 centimetres square. And then there's one on a smaller one that I've done.
Yeah.
I won't be able to put my hand on it, but I know it. Oh, here we go. It's on super smooth, but it's
yeah.
that one again. They're 4 centimetre squares.
And the other side, yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
like
you can
that,
extend
off
them,
centre.
and you can join them together, and you can put them in journal books and put pictures on them.
Oh yeah, that would be
That's it.
so
They're
cool.
fun
Yeah,
to
little
play with,
tiny.
they really
By the
are.
way, we have got some news about that silver mirror is now gone. Remember, this is the second sellout of this hour. We have had sellouts already when launched. So if you want anything, please make sure to check out your baskets. Now we have got, we have got you, and look at the camera here. Let's have a look at the Wild Sox Glass, the 40 by 20 or 20 by 40. Remember, you are getting 20 of each color, which is the slate gray and the misty gray. So both, you can see the kind of more neutral gray, and of course then you have got that sort of warmer gray. Now we are half the stock already gone, and remember, we didn't even start the hour with this product. You only had it about 10 minutes ago. Half the stock has gone. Remember, once they are gone, they are gone. You are saving £12, so that means that it's 50% of the price. 490120 is your item number. If you want it, check out your baskets. Right, back to you, Hazel.
Okay, so I want to show you some techniques onto all of the different card stock, and I'm going to save that. Ah, God, I've just caught it again. Sorry. I've got.
Okay, yeah.
Ignore me. Okay, so we're going to start off with the chocolate duo. We've got a matte side and the pearlescent side.
Okay.
Now, yesterday, we were playing with a watered down bleach solution. So literally, this was probably up to here with water and then just topped it up. And I've clearly marked it because obviously working with bleach, you have to be really careful. And we did some painting. Well, what I want to do this time is use some stencils and just show you how effective it is on all of the cards. So we're going to look at the ice crystal and the shimmer too. So spray some down onto your mat.
Yep.
The reason I step back is because then I can see the reflection on the mat there. And then I've got a little dauber. And I'm just going to dab down.
Yeah.
Don't get your sponge too wet because you don't want it to leak underneath.
Right.
And I've picked probably the worst colour first. So with the brown,
Yes.
it goes very orange. It's beautiful.
And it's those sorts of colours that if you like something a little bit less,
Subtle.
so,
Now, is
yeah,
that
more
showing
subtle,
up?
more vintage. If you lift it up a little bit, yeah, there we can see it.
Right, so over time, as
hold it
that
there.
dries,
Yeah.
that is going, there you go. So it's starting to go
clever.
like an orangey colour.
I like
Okay.
that.
But when you come on
It's
to...
like rust.
Yeah.
Is that sort of
And you
beautiful
can
rust?
also spritz this directly onto there. I'm going to be careful.
Yeah.
This will give you a speckledy kind of finish. If you add... Sorry, I'm just
Wow.
plugging my heat gun in.
No, we can see.
Because if you dry it, it will show quicker.
Yeah. So we can dry it, it's not.
Yeah. So you get that speckled on... Is that showing?
Yeah, it's showing. Yeah,
I can't
can
quite
see
see
it.
the
At least.
screen.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes really, really well with the copper pearl from
Pearly wings, right?
the Christmas collaboration. So you can mix that in, you can paint with that too. So that is onto the chalk duo. If we bring in the misty grey,
We do have got the collaboration with Pearly Wings. Now, of course, there's Pink Frog Crafts and Pearly Wings, the sprays Christmas collection. For the sprays, 30 ml of each, and you are getting those beautiful golden tones, the rose gold, the pure pearl, and of course that gorgeous slaty silver color. $12.99 is your price for all three of them. $499,830. I love this collaboration.
it is wonderful. Now, with the misty grey, this shows up instantly when I go down. I just went like that and stopped, but look how effective this is. Just gently rub that over.
And that's with bleach?
This is watered down bleach. How beautiful is that?
And I just love it. It has got like almost, I mean, there is not texture to it, but there is a look, what I call visual texture by that rustiness, that kind of element. And that is such a good way to add pattern in a very inexpensive way.
Look how this goes instantly with the glitter. It's just a match made in heaven. It really works so, so well. So that is the misty grey. What about if we bring in some ice crystal? And I've got to be really careful. I'm just going to wipe that bleach while I do this because I don't want to get it over. I'm going to use my inks on the background. I'm going to create, as you would do an inky background, just a bit of randomness.
And you're using the one-day special, aren't you?
All from the one-day special, this is.
Yeah, and the one-day special, by the way, we have got only one option left. The other one sold out last night. But this one is now half the stock has gone.
Wow.
So if you want it, make sure that you check out your basket. You are getting 4 different colors, 25 of each, including, of course, is that the ice white?
This is the ice crystal. And do you know what? I really like this mix pack because you've got so much variety. Having the matte finish, having the pearlescent on the lighter cards, and then having the thickness on that chocolate duo, and the pearlescent on that beautiful grey as well. Let's just add that one in, and then I'll stop with the ink, because it really doesn't matter if you've got it blended perfectly, but we will just soften those edges off. So if I was to come in, any will do, and bleach again.
Bleach again.
Little spritz down, and keep one of these
for bleach.
Yeah. So this is quite. This just.
Yeah.
Again, not too wet.
Yeah. And that will make it like a, I would say, real foot bleaching.
Yeah,
but look at that.
You're going to make some really fancy backgrounds, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's on the crystal. Let's have a little look at the shimmer, because again, you think, well, that's pearlescent. You can't do that on there, but you absolutely can. So whenever inking, if you're new to inking, I would always recommend to start to play with a pearlised card, because it's more forgiving, especially coupled up with the oxides, because they're creamier. They just seem to blend a lot easier. So I'm going to go for the deeper colour here. If you make a mistake or do this, you can blend that out. Look, it moves.
Look at that. And I love that we have all those blendability, techniques that we can do, but there's still that gentle shimmer underneath it.
It just shines through.
Yeah.
So just mixing your colours in.
And you have cut in half the one-day special basically in here, because it's 15 by 42, so you just kept it.
Right, okay, so the little bits that I've done, I've got one sheet of each, and I've cut three. So it's 14 by 15 each panel that I'm cutting. And it was just purely so that I could go through and just show you how amazing this looks.
And that's what is so good to have this unscored card, because then you can cut it any size you want.
Absolutely.
You can score it. I love that.
How effective is that?
Yeah.
So that is going through the 4. Now there is also, in the 20 by 40, we have got, I'm sure I just got one out, slate grey, haven't we?
Yeah, we do have a slate grey.
Was that slate or misty? That's misty. I need to get you the slate.
And it's great that while stocks last, you are getting both of those two greys, because then that way you can see exactly the warm and the cooler one. So the slate one is the one that is a little bit more, the slate one is the kind of neutral, and the warm one is, of course, the misty grey. You're getting both of them for just £11.99, better than half price. You're saving £12, £490, £120. Remember, while stocks last, pretty much everything on the counter. Okay,
I was going to do the stencil, but we've seen that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stamp something down. And I've just popped in my platform
Right. Do you want me to give the details while
Yeah,
you
give
find
the
it out?
details and I'll find my
490-120 is the item number 4, a day 420 by 40. Now, ooh, yeah. Now, this is one of this is, if you are looking for foam pads, this is the massive roll of them. Now you are getting a 1500 per roll. They are 2 millimeters thick, and this is just all right. Can I say one thing? It's like it's so much easier to have larger tabs to attach things. If you are doing matina layer, this is the one to go. £3.75, 50 pence saving, £15.99 is your price. Grab it, check out your baskets. Now, the one-day special, of course, remember, we sold out of one of the options. We are very busy for the last remaining option. I didn't do anything. And you have got a £16 saving, £19.98 is your price. What do you get? Well, you'll get the underscore card in 15 by 42 centimeters, all pearlescent, pearlized beautiful cards. You're getting the chocolate duo, which of course that means that one side is pearlescent and the other one is matte. You are getting the misty gray. You are getting the eyes, beautiful eyes. And then you are getting the shimmer white as well there. So all of them, 25 of each in 15 by 42, 788947. But be very quick, check out your baskets. Remember, the other option has now sold out. This is, the last remaining, and once it's gone, it's gone. Back to Hazel.
So I've changed my mind slightly.
All right, no problem.
So this time, and I haven't tried this, so I just had a quick check on it. When we did our painting last night, I heat embossed it to give me like a ridge. This is just stamped down in your black VersaFine. So I thought, well, would it be affected by the bleach? And the answer is absolutely not. You can paint over,
right.
And this is just, right. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
All them stamps that you've got? It just strips out so easily.
I love now.
And it's very instant.
Because I never thought that bleach, watered down bleach, you could, it would work with pearlescent cards.
Yeah.
I would have thought that it has to be like completely matte, uncoated card.
It's really important as well. Do you know what? This does not work with all card.
Yes.
It doesn't work on true red. It doesn't work on true black. It doesn't work on true green. And I'm thinking, I haven't explored why, but I'm thinking, is it because it's acid and lignin free? But I can't be certain on that. Yeah. So, but how amazing does that look?
Look at that.
So that was on the
slate. Could you hold it
grey.
Vertically a little bit there? Because then we can see kind of almost like you can see still the pearlescent nature even
still
in the...
shines through.
I love that. And you just put a sentiment, that's it.
A brilliant mail card as well.
Yeah. That's why because it's just such an abstract kind of cool colours as well.
Indeed. So we've looked at stencils, we've looked at the painting. I've got some demos, so I can go into
I have got a question, a personal question.
Yeah.
Have you experimented with different types of bleach or just one,
Do you know, this is probably the cheapest of cheap bleach that you can buy. It was pence.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be expensive. In fact, the cheaper the better.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what I would recommend.
Right, and of course, thank you, Hazel, for that, and we will rejoin you when you are ready for another demonstration. But we are going to jump into the website, thecraftstore.com, because there you will find everything that we have got on the show left for you. So we have had so many sellouts in this one-day special, and the one rule is that once they're gone, they are gone. So if you want to go for anything, please make sure to check out your baskets. Now we have got also our essentials. Now the essentials includes, of course, the low tack tape, the removable. We have got the cola glues as well, masket sheets as well. We have got the red liner, and remember, those rolls contain 6 standard rolls. They are 30 meters in each, not the standard 5 meters. So you are getting 4, but actually you are getting the contents of, I believe, 24 rolls there. You have got also the classic and 5-star reviews of the stamps as well from Pink Frog Crafts. Plenty of choices on the website. Make sure to have a look at thecraftstore.com. There you will find everything, including, of course, the designer series by Hazel for Julie Hickey on those masks and stencils. Again, 5-star reviews. Right, now let's get back to the glitter card. Now, the glitter card, remember, this is, they are kind of it's a brilliant value for money, better than 60% off. You can see there a saving of £21, £10 and 99 pence. Now, this glitter card is non-shed, and also what it is that because of the process and how you are gonna get it, you are gonna get cards that has a slightly hues. For instance, in here we can see that there is kind of the printing. You can see that this is slightly lighter. As a crafter, immediately I'm like, oh, that's cool. I really want this bit. So we cannot promise that you're gonna get that, but this is the thing. This is what you may get. And I love, because then I suddenly thinking, well, if I cut a strip like this and a couple of ones, I can intertwine them and can have the lighter one without having to cut into another piece of card that is a lighter hue. So there is those possibilities. And like Hazel was saying, the hues might change slightly. So a deeper color, a slightly lighter one, but you are gonna get the white glitter. You are going to get golds, you are going to get the darker ones as well, the grey, but all with that sort of beautiful shimmer. This is like a night sky, isn't it? With the stars glistening in the distance. You are getting 40 sheets in total of the A4 with that £21 saving, mix of different colours, various colours and hues. 323 8228 is your item number. £10 and 99 pence is your price. It works out. Well, you know what, I'm going to say it. Check out your baskets, whether it's for the glitter card, which is 285 GSM. It works out at 28 pence per sheet in the card. Now, if you prefer something that is more paper-based, like if you want to maybe do more formatting and layering and you don't want to weight your cards, if you want to die cut your glitter card, I would strongly recommend to go for the glitter paper, 170 GSM. To be honest, in the printing industry, in the printers, 170 to 190, that's sort of when paper becomes card. For us crafters, I like to say 190 to 100, that's when it comes card. Anything below is paper, but that means a lot to me. Seeing paper that is quality, is thick, is 170 GSM. It means that I can mat and layer without adding too much bulk or weight, but also I can then go in. And this is quite important because then I can go in and I can then fold it nicely. So if I want to wrap something around, if I have got memory albums where I want to do like a flap that kind of comes around it, paper is always gonna fold better. Also, if you like to do paper flowers and things like that, and you want to add maybe a golden poinsettia, you could die cut them and shape them with 170 GSM. 978308 is your item number. Better than half price. You are saving £14. You're paying £9 and 99 pence. Now, the silver has now gone, but we still have got that vintage warm gold mirror cards in both the A5 and the A6 sizes. Now, you are getting 40 of the A5 and 80 of the A6. Now, they are 320 GSM, and of course, these you can emboss beautifully within your embossing folders and get that luxury element. And if you use a StazOn or archival over it, that will become permanent, and you can see how it has highlighted that black, that detail of the snowflakes. $9.99 is your price. You're saving £14. 351978 is your item number. Now, Hazel, you are ready for the next demo.
Ready and waiting.
Right, so what are you going to be using?
So this is the Chalk Duo from the One Day Special.
Fabulous.
And I'm going to do a different fold, so it's not on the sheet. So if you want to make one, you'll need to refer or press record. So first off, I'm on the centimetre side, and I'm going to score down at a centimetre. That's going to be a little tab.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go across to 13 and 15 and a half. Okay. And then I can do 27 and a half.
Right.
Then I need to rotate and do 12. And then go back to my starting position. I'll just bring this in and show you exactly what we're making. So this will fold flat as well.
Right.
It's brilliant. So I need to create that little aperture that's in the middle. Now, instead of just scoring and cutting, I want to do a foldy kind of bit. I've got this tab here, so I want to do a 2 centimetre frame. If I keep it like that, I need to go on the 3 line.
I see, yeah.
Or if that confuses, you can fold that under
and then
book that, and then you know that it's a 2 centimetres. But because it's quite thick and it's catching, I will do it on the 3 line. So 3 centimetres and 2 down. Put your tool in, score down and stop it at 13. Go along there to the 11 line and repeat. And then rotate that around. You're picking it up and you're just going to join them 2 together like so.
Yeah, okay.
And then that's done. So you'll need a knife and a ruler, and you just want to do a diagonal cut.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep that up against the ruler, Hazel.
Oh.
It doesn't really matter. It's just so long as you get point to point, you should be fine. And then you can do this either with a knife, or you can just go in and just snip off. So you can't leave more than 2 centimetres because you're going to fold it backwards. So it's just so that it gives you a really nice edge here. So if we fold them back now, like that.
You're so clever.
And it's really quite. I don't know what I was going to say then. It's gone out my head. I just like that crisp, the crisp
So
line.
you're using a Teflon tool, aren't you?
Yeah, Teflon to get that, and it doesn't damage the card. So that's all ready. Now you can either use your EVA, which I want to point out.
Yeah, we have it in the
It's
show.
coming with a different nozzle on now. So it's like a screw, and you can dispense from here. It'll make it easier for you filling your bottles up, and then you can put it tight.
I like that.
Looks pretty swish,
It's a fabulous glue.
Yeah,
it is.
It is amazing glue. So you could use your EVA. Let's do a few little bits. I know that I'm going to be struggling on time.
Yeah.
So you'd put your EVA down. Now, just grip it. Bear in mind, this is 400 GSM card. Okay.
By the way, we have got 5 minutes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Use your Teflon tool. Just give that a burnish.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can use your red liner tape, but look at that bond. You watch it spring up. It won't. I'm quite confident with it. It's
It's one of those ones that it has got that kind of a strong bond and quick grab that we would like. And it's one of the, I mean, in I always talk about my studio being it's super warm and super dry. It's the warmest room in the whole house. Now, it used to be the opposite. So the EVA glue just attaches there like instantly. Like I still have got a little time, but just whether here, because it's a little bit cooler and it's a little bit
with the air conditioning,
exactly.
You have to be careful. So everything reacts differently, like foam pads would react different in different heats. So if they get a little bit tacky and hard to peel back, it's because they're in the wrong temperature being stored. If it's too cold, it can affect. If it's too hot, it can affect.
My room,
just give that a little burnish, and that does that. So then I'm going to turn that over, and I'm just going to fold all of these lines. Now, when making these, it's important, this is the piece that is going to come into this side, and this is the front. So for the front, I have got some of that gorgeous antique mirror board.
Rosa loves that gold.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, so we all love it. And when Rosa likes something, it's just like, it's the top-notch thing.
And the mirror board just goes really well with the glitter board. So there's my gold. I've got some of this is the 285, and I've popped a little bit of red liner on here.
Yeah.
And then just going to have that lovely little edge around.
And of course, we have got the red liner tape as well available if you want to. All the glues are there. And you know, I think this is one of the things that I love about Pink Frog Crafts is that you go back to the fundamentals. That the double-sided tape that is extraordinary quality. You are going for the glues. You are going, of course, that foundation card that is the one-day special. Details on the screen for the one-day special, which is what Hazel is using, 15 by 42. If you want to go for the gold card, details at the bottom. Remember, it's A5 and A6 for the gold, just $9.99 with a saving, I believe, is it £14 in that.
Okay, so I've now stuck my little frame on, and I just need to add this inside. Now, I could add some of the mirror behind this as well, but I think just for the purpose of the demo, I'm just going to pop this one down. So I'm visually centralising that on there, so that when this comes across, I'm going to see that lovely little shadow. Now, onto my red liners, that was a centre. I think I'm going to go for the 6mm on this, because I can't see where the other one is. Just flip that over. We want to add that down on that tab.
Okay.
And that's ready. So I want to put this together before we do the technique, because then
we
if we
have got
run
2
out.
minutes left.
Okay, so this is the important bit. Fold this over. You've got 2 lines here. On this right-hand side line, fold it to the side.
Right.
Okay. And keep that flat. Then this piece, just tweak it like that. That comes up and it meets that perfectly. That way you know it's going to fold flat. So we've got that lovely mechanism. Okay. And now we're ready. So I have got a piece of brown duo. So on this one, I've just, again for speed, I've just not heat embossed it. I thought I could save some time. I'm going to paint in, and I'm going to use some of the, I'm going to put some extra circles.
Did you stamp it with Versamark or Versafine?
Versafine.
Black.
Versafine black.
Yeah, we kind of just about to see it.
So with the brown, as that soaks in and dries,
it's almost like no-line colouring.
Yeah, the orange comes through. Now, what I really love to use with this one is the copper pearl. Yeah. It is just gonna, it sets it alight. It's beautiful. So we'll just quickly whisk that over. Yeah. If I go out of the lines, just forgive me, because I'm just trying. I bet we've got about a minute now, haven't we? Okay. Okay. Right. I'm just going to shake some copper out. Right. You can just whiz that then over the top, and this is where it is so warm and fiery. Gorgeous. And it just works brilliantly with the bleach underneath. Perfect. So that's going to give that effect. That we have got seconds to go. Okay. Hazel, thank you so much for that. I just had the best time watching you doing these demonstrations. You are back at 12 o'clock, with myself. But make sure to check out your baskets, because incredibly busy throughout. Remember, once they're gone, they're gone. We have had like 3 or 4 sellouts. If you want anything from this amazing Pink Frog Crafts cardstock, make sure to check out your baskets and you do not miss out, especially on those beautiful one-day special cards. Now, of course, after the break, the inspiration continues here at the craft store.